Good evening. Our top story reports have emerged that 133 Ukrainian drones allegedly launched an attack on Moscow, targeting what are being described as high-value commercial towers and premium infrastructure. Russian officials claim many of the drones were intercepted before reaching their targets. Nevertheless, dramatic images and initial local reports suggest fires in several prominent tower complexes, possibly in Moscow's central business districts. Moscow authorities have declared a high alert across the city's air defense zone. Emergency services are active, and citizens are urged to avoid major office complexes and high-rise zones. The Moscow mayor's office and the Russian Defense Ministry are reporting that a large number of drones were shot down over the Moscow region. Earlier drone waves over Moscow had been met with heavy Russian air defenses. In a recent incident, at least 46 drones were downed en route to Moscow. In that prior attack, the Russian Defense Ministry claimed to have destroyed 127 drones from midnight through the afternoon period. Moscow has been targeted multiple times in the past. For example, in May 2025, Ukrainian drone attacks briefly forced closure of the city's 4 international airports. In March 2025, Ukraine launched its largest drone attack to date, 337 drones, striking various parts of Russia, including over Moscow. That strike reportedly caused casualties and infrastructure damage. However, there is currently no strong independent confirmation that 133 drones specifically hit and ignited billion-dollar towers in Moscow tonight. Some social media posts and drone spotting networks show smoke plumes rising near prominent skyscraper clusters in Moscow. Local emergency services, according to Russian outlets, are responding to fires in commercial tower complexes. Russian media state that some debris from intercepted or downed drones caused secondary fires in lower floor sections of towers or nearby ancillary buildings. If the reports are accurate, damage to high-value towers could disrupt business operations, data centers, and communication hubs housed in those buildings. Fires in tall buildings create serious concerns of vertical spread, smoke inhalation, elevator traps, and structural integrity under stress. No confirmed casualty numbers have been released. The Russian side claims 0 or minimal injuries, but this contradicts the imagery of active fires. In prior drone strikes over Moscow, residents have reported shattered windows, fallen debris, panic in high-rises, and temporary mass evacuations. Targeting billion-dollar towers would be a clear escalation, striking at the heart of Moscow's economic and symbolic pillars. Even if interception is partially successful, the psychological message is potent: no sector of Russia is entirely safe from drone reach. Such a strike could provoke sharp retaliatory responses, possibly missile or hypersonic attacks on Ukrainian cities or infrastructure. In a war of attrition, both sides are increasingly pushing boundaries of reach and countermeasures. In high-intensity conflicts, information warfare is critical. Claims of dramatic strikes, such as 133 drones and billion-dollar towers ablaze, can be inflated or misattributed for propaganda effect. Russian state media may downplay successful hits and emphasize interceptions. Ukrainian or pro-Ukraine sources may amplify successes. Verification via independent satellite imagery, open source analysts, and third-party global news outlets will be key in the next few hours. Drone warfare has become a central front in the Russia-Ukraine war, especially for bypassing frontlines and striking deep into enemy territory. Ukraine has used relatively low-cost drones in swarms, aiming to overwhelm air defense nets. Russia's response has included layered air defense systems, electronic warfare, and drone walls on internal perimeters. The timing of such a strike, if confirmed, may be linked to political events, such as domestic Russian tensions, anniversaries, or Ukrainian counteroffensives. In the coming hours, we will be watching several things closely: independent imagery and satellite photos that may confirm damage, emergency service reports from Russian fire and rescue services, eyewitness accounts from residents of high-rise neighborhoods, official statements from both Russia and Ukraine, possible retaliation moves against Ukrainian cities, and international responses if the damage proves severe. At present, the claim of 133 Ukrainian drones hitting billion-dollar towers in Moscow remains unverified. It may be partially accurate, exaggerated, or misreported. What is clear is that Moscow continues to be within reach of Ukrainian drone operations, even if interception is effective. Damage to iconic infrastructure would mark a symbolic escalation, potentially altering perceptions of security within Russia's heart. For now, we must await verifiable evidence, satellite imagery, independent journalism, and third-party intelligence before accepting dramatic claims at face value. We will continue to monitor this situation closely and provide updates as credible information emerges.